Welcome to MoggyBoxCraft. I'm Deborah, and today we are upcycling a clothes mannequin. Yes, my mannequin has a name. She's called Brenda, and she's got a few stains on her, so she needs a new outfit. Probably like most of us in lockdown, I feel like I've been wearing the same thing for forever. So let's take a little look at Brenda before. Yes, she has a bit of a stain, and no, I don't know how she's got that. It might be coffee, it might be beer or cider, I don't know. But whatever it is, I think she deserves a new outfit. So to start Brenda's transformation, I'm going to be using two different types of colour. They're both from Arden Bright, in antique gold and silver. So this is what the paints look like, this is what the gold looks like, and this is what the silver looks like. For the top third of Brenda, and where the stain is, I'm going to be mixing the silver and the gold paint together to get the sort of, well, goldy silver colour. And we're going to get the top third of Brenda painted and get that stain covered. So once I'd painted the top third, I moved on to the antique gold colour by itself and painted the middle section of my mannequin. And I just blended the two of these together, so alternating between the gold and silver mix paint, I just kind of blended up the gold and silver down into the gold until I got a kind of blend I liked the look of. And for the bottom third, I did use a touch of the gold and silver mixed together. It was mostly just the silver at this point. So I blended this into the middle section of gold and then kind of worked my way down. And then for the bottom third of the mannequin, I just used silver and just painted that everywhere. And then I just went back and did little paint touch-ups and blending where I thought we needed them. And then I waited for 24 hours for it to fully dry. I think this paint is dry pretty quick, but I like to leave it to dry for 24 hours or at least overnight just to make sure it's fully dry. And then it was time to start on some details. Because let's be honest, less is not more, more is more. And with Leo energy, I'm not always able to stop, so I'm just gonna keep painting and adding until it's too much. I need someone to like tell me, no, that's enough, stop. You've done enough now. The more gems, the more sparkle, the better. So to add some detail, I've got some gloss paint that I've just decanted into this tiny dish, and I'm going to use a really small detail brush. So I've started around Brenda's neck, I've done one thick kind of line across, and from there, I started to do lots of little thin lines coming down to start giving me a sort of feathery effect. Because I can't add actual feathers, and she needs to be a functioning mannequin so I can actually still pin things and make things on her, well, pinning might be a bit problematic now, but you'll see why later. She needs to look pretty, but she also needs to be functional. So I started adding little fine lines of black and just kept building these up, just crisscrossing, working along, and yeah, I just kept adding until I was happy with how it was looking. And then I decided to add even more of a feathery effect. So I tried to add little feather shapes by sort of adding little curved lines, working down into a point and adding more until the whole neckline was covered in a sort of feathery effect with a sort of dusting of more soft feathers at the top neckline. So once I'd done that, I decided we probably need even more details. So I got the dotting tool out. This is a nail dotting tool that I'm using. So you know the sort of body jewellery you get? That's the kind of look I'm going for. So using the gloss paint again and a nail dotting tool, I spent a very long time loading on lots and lots and lots of dots. This was so time consuming, but slightly therapeutic. I recommend. And then after I'd added all the dots and kind of created this sort of body jewellery chain sort of look to it, well, it seemed like a great idea to add some more sparkle. So out came the silver gems. Brace yourself, because if you're ever thinking to add gems to anything, don't add so many. I probably spent about 8 to 10 hours gluing gems on. Was it worth it? Yeah, I think so. So I thought I'd better get the glue gun out and get busy, because this isn't going to happen by itself. So I decided to add a few gems, and by a few I mean hundreds, maybe even 1,000. It was a lot of gems. It's very time consuming, but totally worth it. In my opinion. You just need more sparkle in your life. If you're in doubt, more sparkle. Gluing them down was pretty fiddly and time consuming, and a tiny bit tricky not to get trails of spiderweb glue from the glue gun. So using the tweezers to pick up the gem, put the tiniest amount of glue gun glue on the back of the gem. I of course tried not to get any of that stringy stuff from the glue, and place the gem on quickly before the glue dried in the right place. There was a few times I had to pull gems off and redo them, but that's okay. And the tweezers came in handy to pull off any little straggly glue bits, so That's a nice handy tip for you guys. I did ruin this perfectly good pair of tweezers, but I'm not going anywhere at the moment, so do I need to pluck my eyebrows? Probably not. By the time I upload this video, I might need tweezers again to deal with my eyebrows, but until such times, that's okay. I'll get a new pair of tweezers, and these ones will definitely be dedicated to crafting. But all in all, I would say this was totally worth it. So without further ado, here's how Brenda looks now. So here she is, so sparkly. How could you just not love a bit of sparkle in your life? Is it too much? Surely not. I did add a little bit of extra sparkle around the neck, and I might add a little bit more here. I'm kind of over gemming at the moment. And yes, the back has been done too. Although I did make a few mistakes on the back and I had to go back and paint them with gold. We don't really see the back, we're only really going to see the front, you know, so I think she's looking lovely. Do you need to upcycle a mannequin? Probably not. Is this tutorial helpful? Maybe. Probably not. Did I have an enjoyable 2 or 3 days doing this? Yeah, absolutely. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, share and subscribe. And you can keep up to date with my other crafting adventures and DIYs. So thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye! Right, Brenda, I hope none of these gems ever fall off. I never want to stick gems on anything ever again. That's a lie. It's only a matter of time before I stick gems or something sparkly to something else. Because what is a crafting project without a gem or a glue gun?